What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is John Paul Investing. So what I have for you guys is what I believe the next undervalued EV charging station play that you guys might want to learn about a little bit more. And the name of that company is EVBox. EVBox has been a leader in the EV charging space in Europe for over a decade now, and right now they are going public via a reverse merger through a SPAC known as TPGY. So I did do a bit of research on them and I found out a few things about them that makes their valuation very enticing for what they are right now on the markets. So I do believe this company has been overlooked mainly because it's a private company operating in Europe, so we don't really have access to all of their financials. EVBox was founded in the Netherlands, which is the world leader in EV adoption right now. And these are just some of the things that you guys are going to be interested about this company. Now, before I got into the video, if you guys like watching videos just like this one, please go ahead and hit that like button. It helps the channel out a whole lot and it shows your support. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers, guys, and I know we can get there in no time just with a little bit of help from you guys. So if you like watching videos on this channel, just hit the subscribe button. I also wanted to let you guys know that I do run a Patreon group where you guys can support the channel. I also include real-time trade alerts and a private Discord group where you guys can get in direct contact with me and other investors invested in stocks just like the ones I talk about on this channel. And right now, there is an opportunity to get free money right now using the Webull link in the description. All you have to do is just open an account with them and deposit $100, and then once the funds settle, you'll get 4 free stocks, and then you can sell the stocks and do whatever you want with that money. This is the most risk-free play, guys, so if you guys want free money, I highly recommend you guys open an account with Webull using the link in the description. So the company in talks today is EVBox. So EVBox provides multiple charging solutions for the European market. And what's interesting about them is that they actually plant 1 tree for every charging station that they install. They had 100,000 trees planted for the first 100,000 charging stations that they put out. And right now they're sitting at over 200,000 charging stations. So I believe that they are working on getting the other 100,000 trees out there. So they are green. I like that very much. So I wanted to go over some of their highlights that they released in the most recent prospectus about 20 days ago on the 6th of this month. First of all, they are celebrating a decade of progress. And here are some of their highlights. The EVBox Group platform, Evron, launched its new EV Charge app in Europe. EVBox entered into new agreements with a variety of delighted customers and partners, such as the ones here. I won't read them because this will take way too long. EVBox presented its new generation of DC fast charging solutions. They announced a new American manufacturing site in Libertyville. They delivered their first 20 DC fast chargers to customers in California. Their first lab space officially opened, dedicated to flexible vehicle testing. Their group HQ moved to a new office in Amsterdam. They optimized their supply chain to prepare for future growth. Continuous investment in EVBox Group's research and development department, and of course the announcement of their merger with TPG Pace for a cash stack of around $425 million. They joined the EV Roaming Foundation and founded the Charge Up Europe Alliance, together with ChargePoint and Allego, to help realize EU policies that support investment in charging infrastructure, remove market barriers, and create a seamless experience for EV drivers. So I guess they're helping ChargePoint and Allego a little bit more than Allego and ChargePoint are helping EVBox. Now, I wanted to bring up the fact that I believe this company right now is severely undervalued to its American counterparts. And I do not say that lightly. This company is surely undervalued compared to the other plays. So I am going to go into the transaction agreement between TPG Pace and EVBox Group. The deal is going to bring them to market with a $1.4 billion valuation at $10 per share. So hold that thought right now. ChargePoint is coming to market for $2.4 billion, also at $10 per share. So just hold that thought for the rest of this video. We have EVBox for $10 at $1.4 billion and ChargePoint for $10 at $2.4 billion. So if we see the two investor presentations from both EVBox and ChargePoint, we can have an idea of where they see their revenue figures going. So for one, right now, we can assume that the market in Europe for EV charging is a bigger market than the one right now in the United States or North America. So let's look at their 2021 and 2022 projected figures. So we have 120 million in revenues for 2021 expected and 225 million in revenues in 2022 expected. If we look at revenues in ChargePoint, all three of these are essentially the same chart, just by different categories. We're going to look at the middle one. So in 2021, we're expecting around 198 million, and in 2022, we're expecting around 346 million. So first of all, I am not going to go exclusively on the numbers that they are projecting. And the reason reason being is because if we look at the number of charging stations, it is likely that EVBox Group is being a lot more conservative in their presentation than ChargePoint is being with their presentation. EVBox is known for having already doubled the charging stations installed across Europe. So going back to those figures that we talked about earlier, as far as the valuation coming to market at $10 per share, ChargePoint is trading at around $41 per stock right now. So if we get $41 and divide it by the $10 that we got earlier from the valuation, we will get a figure of 4.1. And with the 4.1, we will use that to determine what the valuation of the company is right now. All you have to do is get 4.1 and multiply it by $2.4 billion. And when you multiply those two together, you get $9.84 billion in valuation. Now let's do the same thing with EVBox. We get their $29 stock price and divide it by $10 in valuation. And we get 2.9. So all we have to do is get 2.9 and multiply that by the $1.4 billion valuation that we got when they were coming to market. And we get a valuation of $4 billion. So using that information, we know now that ChargePoint is trading at a little more than double the value of EVBox. But the difference is that EVBox operates in euros. ChargePoint operates in dollars, while EVBox operates in euros, which is the last point I wanted to bring up because it has been a trend, especially as of March since CV19 hit and the Treasury has been printing money like crazy. Purchasing power of the dollar is a lot less than it was earlier this year. And this is a trend that I could easily see happening at least over the next few years. Of course, this would depend on how much they're printing money and interest rates, but I'm not a total expert on that, so I won't talk too much about that. But what I do know is as long as they keep printing money, it is going to lose value against the euro. And on top of this, you already know the new president of the United States wants to roll out a green infrastructure to, promote the growth of EV. So all of these things are pretty much aligning to make, a perfect growth opportunity for companies in the EV charging space. But to have a little bit of edge against, the other companies, you want to look for companies that have a little bit better valuation. I think all of the companies will succeed in the long run, but right now I think EVBox is the better play than ChargePoint. Let me know how you guys feel about EVBox in the comment section and whether you think it's a better investment than ChargePoint. I did open a few new positions this week, guys, so if you guys want to know exactly what I bought this week, I recommend you guys go and head over to the Patreon group. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Just wanted to bring EVBox to your attention. If you liked what you were watching, guys, go ahead and hit that like button, and while you're down there, go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell notification to get notified when I make videos just like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.